it's Megan. So today I'm going to do kind of a sequel to my current thoughts on spending less video, which I am so happy with that video. It's probably my favorite video I've ever done, and your comments on that video were amazing. Like, everyone took such thoughtful time to share how they felt on the subject, and the comments were so long and amazing, and I just really appreciated it, and it just inspired me to want to talk about it some more. And one of my subscribers, and I'm so bad with remembering everyone's usernames, but I'll put your name here, and you comment on my videos all the time, and I recognize people's pictures more than I would recognize their usernames. So I know exactly who you are, but I just can't remember your name right now. But she asked me about yeah, so you're spending less money, but what about when you get gifts, or what about things that just not having so much stuff come in, even if it's free or stuff like that. So that really inspired me to think about that some more, because I didn't touch on that at all in my spending less thoughts video. So I thought I would just get on here and just talk with you guys. I have no idea what I'm gonna say, but yeah, I just thought that was a really good point, because my big thing now is that yeah, I have money that I could spend on frivolous things, but when it all comes down to it, I really don't want stuff. I don't want clutter. I have so much overwhelming amounts of stuff, and I'm really trying to narrow that down. I want to pretty much cut out the intake of it. So I want to have stuff not coming in, and I basically want to donate or sell the things that I am not using on a regular basis, or that I'll pretty much never use. So when it comes to gifts or trying to prevent things from coming in, I don't have a plan yet for that. And I haven't, ever since this has been going on, it was Christmas, and with our family, we give very specific lists of what things that we would like to get for Christmas. So for that, it's pretty easy to say, oh, well, if I want these certain things, here's what I would really appreciate to get, or just give me money or gift cards or whatever. So that Christmas time isn't really a big problem when it comes to gifts, but I think especially for being on YouTube, and I have made so many amazing friends on here, and it is so awesome to know people all around the world, and that has really led me to want to do swaps and gift people things and receive something back. And it's a way to get to know someone better, but at the same time you're giving them this awesome gift, and you're getting something really great in exchange with products that you probably wouldn't be able to get where you live. And I did several of those a few years ago, and it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And those girls that I did the swaps with are some of my best friends that I've made on this whole YouTube journey. But I made it a priority for myself, and a decision that I made was not to really do swaps anymore, because I was doing them pretty regularly. And when you're shopping for someone else, it is so easy to buy so much stuff for them, because you're just so excited, and you're well, I want to get them all my favorite things, and they ask for these specific things, so there's just all this stuff, and they're thinking the same thing about you. So when you get it, it's this huge mound of products, and I just can't have that coming in to my house and into my collection and stuff anymore. It's just too overwhelming, and I decided that I'm not going to do swaps anymore. So that is where I think the whole gift giving thing, it's really up to you to decide to do a swap or not. When it's your birthday, or when it's Christmas, or whatever holidays that you celebrate, it might be a little harder to say, well, I don't really want gifts, especially from friends and stuff. You don't give friends money. Your family, they can give you money and you can put it towards whatever you want. But with my friends, I wouldn't say here's a 20 and have fun or something. But what I've really done more so with my friends is that we'll go out to dinner and like the other person will treat the birthday person, or you'll go out to drinks and you'll get like a drink from them as your present. But just them being there, just hang out with your friends is basically the present. And not everyone, like me and Chloe, we go hard with presents. That is how we really show each other that like, I love you, like here's all these awesome presents. And that's how we've always been with each other. And that's a struggle within myself because I like to show love by giving things to people. So if I know someone really wants this one certain thing, I want to get that for them because I know that'll make them happy. But at the same time, this whole transition that I'm going through of, well, do people really need more stuff? And it's just a weird like limbo that I'm in. And I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna buy people presents again because that's not at all what I have in mind, but just that I don't want to focus so much on the amount of things because I was really doing that. And even this past Christmas, I like went so overboard with presents for everyone because I was just so excited. And to me, how I have always been is if you give people gifts and the amount of gifts, that's showing how important they are to you. And that's not what kind of, like, that's not how I want to feel about showing people that I love them. I want to show them I love them by being there for them and spending time with them and telling them that I love them. Not, here's a million gifts and see, now you know I love you. Like, I don't want to be like that anymore. And that's something that I have to practice, and it's not something that's just gonna change like that. I need to actively think about that when I'm buying people gifts. And since Christmas has come and gone, I haven't really had to think about that until you left that awesome comment. And it really is a whole lifestyle change that I am trying to make. And it's hard to change your lifestyle when like the friends that I have and the family that I have and the people that I'm surrounded with, they know me as like that shop girl, like the girl that loves to shop. She loves to go out and like do things and spend money and stuff. So it's hard to, I'm changing within myself, but then to like show other people that I have changed and I don't like the things that I used to like, that's, I think, what's going to be the hardest. And I'm lucky that I have a super, super supportive support group. Like, I just have the best friends and the best family ever, and they have supported me through everything. And my parents especially have really encouraged me to be more financially independent and to really go like hard at this whole saving and spending less thing. And they have not influenced me to do this at all. Like, I didn't have an intervention or something. Like, I decided this all on my own, and my parents have just been so great with answering any questions I have about stocks and savings and like banks and 401ks and all different things, and just sharing their experience throughout their young adult life and then into their adult life with money. And it's just been so, so helpful. And it's not really something I talk about with my friends because money is just such a sensitive topic. And if it comes up, like, I say, yeah, I'm really trying to save more, but I'm not like, you should save more or anything like that. It's just, it's easier to talk to you guys about it who choose to listen to it whether you want to or not. And then, I don't know, it's just like a weird, money is just a weird subject to talk about to people without sounding like really, really preachy. And that's, I never want to come across like that. I just want to be a person just telling you my current thoughts, not forcing anyone to do anything with their money. And I think just like with you guys leaving your comments, you gave me so many ideas and just sparked different things inside of me. Like, no one was saying you should do this, you should do that, or you shouldn't do that. It was just your personal experience helps me learn more about myself and my situation. So that is what I think is so cool about talking about with this with you guys, because no one's telling each other what to do, but it just helps you figure out your own situation more when you're hearing someone else kind of muse about what their thoughts are. And I think that's like how life pretty much is. You hear someone else talking about their situation and you're like, never thought about it that way. So as far as things coming in, I have really stopped, well, I've pretty much stopped shopping altogether, but when I'm looking at like Sephora or Nordstrom, I've always really taken advantage of their free samples and their coupon codes and stuff. And you can get some awesome stuff that you have wanted to try, and you can get it for free if you're making a purchase already. But my problem, and I think a lot of people's problems, is that you see an awesome coupon code or you see awesome samples and you make a purchase to get those free samples. But if you're making a purchase that you don't actually need to get free stuff, it's not free. You're getting something that you shouldn't have bought anyway just to get free things, but you're paying for that thing, so it's not really free. Do you know what I mean? So even if I want to make a purchase, I need to not get those free things unless it's something that I would have purchased anyway, but they have it for a sample or a coupon code or whatever. If I'm buying something that I really thought long and hard about and I have decided to buy it, and there's a coupon code for something awesome that I will definitely use or that I've wanted to try that I would have spent money on anyway, I think then it's okay. But in the past, I have made purchases, especially on Ulta when I got really into them over like last fall. I was only making purchases when there would be awesome gifts with purchase. And yeah, that's great. You get all this stuff for free, but holy shit, you have like 500 extra things that what are you going to do with them? Like maybe you'll use them, but you'll probably not use the majority of them. And then you just have all this stuff you have to figure out what to do with it. And I'm really lucky that I do know people on here that really like makeup, and I have friends in real life that I can pass on things that I'm not using too. But it's almost an annoyance to have to deal with those like massive gifts with purchase unless you're going to use what's in them, and a lot of times I'm not going to use what's in them. So I've tried to become a lot more diligent in pretty much every way with shopping, but especially seeing that things are free or that you can choose not to get a gift with purchase. Like you can say don't add to my cart, or you can remove it from your cart, and you don't have to get free samples on Sephora. And it almost seems counterintuitive not to get them because you're like, well, it's free, like why not get them? But if you have habits like I have had with just hoarding things and never using them or not knowing what to do with them and not knowing anyone that really wants them, then what are you supposed to do with it? Like it's a waste if you're not going to use those products or pass them on to someone that will use them. So I am trying to, like, I haven't made a purchase from Sephora or Nordstrom this year, but when I do, I really want to say no to the free samples unless it's something awesome like my YSL Touche Cloth. I love getting those samples because it's a product I enjoy, but it's ridiculously expensive and something I wouldn't purchase with like my own money. So definitely use your own judgment. Like this isn't a like steadfast rule, but just being conscious of what you're bringing into your home, I think is what is most important to me right now. And I get emails every so often from companies asking to send me stuff to try. And like 9 times out of 10, I don't accept it. And I'm not saying I get emails like every day, like maybe once a month or so I'll get an email from a company. But a lot of times I don't want to accept it because it's not something that I would have purchased in the first place, or like it's just not something I'm interested in. And like I don't know other people's thoughts on this when they make videos, but I don't just want to get free stuff just because it's free. And I know some people would want things just because it's free and not because they really need it, but that is something I've always been like a couponer and like a freebie type of person. Like I've always loved freebies, and I have definitely signed up for free things on websites and stuff that I didn't actually need, but I was like, well, it's free, what's the big deal? So that's kind of the mentality that I have with companies sending me stuff, especially when obviously they're looking for a review of it, whether it be positive or negative. But I don't want just stuff. Like, I want things that I really, really want. And that's where my mind is currently at. I want a really nice curation of possessions. Like, I don't just want, like, just looking around me, I'm like, why do I have all this stuff? And I don't want more to bring me more stress and to just not really get why I even have it if it's not something I love. And I feel like this has always been a problem for me. I've always had too much stuff, and I was always bringing in more, so then it never really ended. Like, I never could enjoy everything I owned because the stuff that I already had, well, then now I'm getting new stuff, and why do I care about that old stuff when I have new stuff? So it's definitely a process. This whole thing is such a process, and I don't think that it would be easy for anyone. And that's why I think sharing this with you guys is so awesome, because I have all these people supporting me, and we're all supporting each other that are going through the same thing. And like I said, it's not something you really talk about with people just on a normal basis unless you know someone that's also feeling the same way. And I don't really know anyone that feels the same way. Most of my friends aren't shopaholics or aren't like crazy spenders or anything. So this is something that I definitely am appreciative of doing videos for, because I wouldn't feel this support if I didn't make these videos or if I wasn't involved on YouTube, because it would just kind of be me doing it on my own. And I am doing it on my own, but I'm sharing it, and that really makes a big difference to me, and it just helps me get through the hard parts. And knowing that you guys are out there supporting me and I'm supporting you, it makes a huge difference. So I know not a lot of people comment on videos that they watch. Like, I rarely comment on videos, but I'm like obsessed with the people that I watch, and they probably don't even know I exist. So I know that a lot of you guys out there are probably the same way, that you don't really comment on my videos, but you watch them. And I know that you're out there. Like, I just know that there are people out there that are like that. And I see the people that comment all the time, and that just means the world to me for you guys to take the time to do it. But I know that there's a lot of people that don't comment, and I just know that you're there, and I know you're listening, and I think that is really important for me to remember, because it's not just the people that are commenting or liking or whatever. I know there's some people out there that don't really participate but that watch, and you guys are supporters too. And I just really wanted to thank you guys for, like, thank everyone. Like, seriously, it's hard to explain the magnitude of my appreciation for you guys, because it's just impossible to put into words how important you guys are to me. So I don't know really if I have anything else to say about this topic, because I didn't really think about it that much. But the whole idea of me trying to spend less is to save more. But the whole thing of me shopping less is to have less things. So spending less, saving more, shopping less, having less. And so I think I said this in my personal goals, if not my financial goals for 2016, is that quarterly I want to go through everything I own and donate things that I have not used and will not use within the next year. And I think that is really going to improve my stress levels of all the possessions that I have, because so much of this stuff, it sits around and doesn't get used. Some of it is like decoration, or some of it is mementos that I'm obviously going to keep, but a lot of things, they could have better homes. Someone else could use them and appreciate them more than I did. And some things, you have a purpose for it at some point, like different organizational things or decorations or whatever, but your style change, your needs change, things just change. But I hold on to those things thinking, oh, well, I'll need it in the future. A lot of times I don't need it in the future, and that is something that I have to teach myself through practice, because right now it's just kind of this idea like, oh yeah, well, I don't use it, you can get rid of it. But to actually get rid of it is the hard part. And I know last summer, I believe, or last spring, summer, I was doing the Saturday 7, where I showed you guys 7 things that I would get rid of every week. and I haven't even thought of that till right now, but I might reinstate that. I might start doing that again, or I might just show you when I'm organizing things every quarter and just show you what sort of stuff I'm going to get rid of. So I'm not sure, but that just kind of popped into my head right now, and that's something I might start doing more videos of, like more regular decluttering, just everything, not like solely makeup, but pretty much anything. Like I have so many books that I can get rid of, and like clothes that don't fit anymore that I don't like. So I just need to take the time to go through my things and figure out, should I keep them? Should I pass them on? Should I donate them? Or should I give them to a friend? Or should I sell them? Those types of things that it's easy to want to get rid of stuff, but then all those like other decisions make me kind of hesitant and stop me from going through with the whole process. And that's something I definitely need to work on this year. But that is that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed just talking to you guys. And yeah, like thank you for listening. Thank you for always listening, and you're like the best audience ever, because I just feel like I can talk so freely with you guys, and I don't know, it's just really awesome to have such supportive people watching me. So thank you for that, and I hope you guys are just having the best day ever. And if you're going through a similar situation like me and like journey and lifestyle change, please let me know in the comments, because we are all there for each other, and I know that your comments will help someone else also reading the comments. It doesn't just help me, it helps other people as well. So thank you guys so much for everything, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.